What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Recently, brother Corey Holcomb weighed in on something on his 5150 show, and he was weighing in on Dr. Juanita Bynum, or allegedly Dr. Juanita Bynum. She's no damn doctor, but whatever the case is, right? And this clip is kind of old because Juanita Bynum asked 21 people to give her $1,000. And of course, this is why a lot of black men do not believe in going to church, right? Especially with pastors that are, let me just say female, okay? They don't like the male pastors either, but the women pastors can be a little bit difficult too, right? So I want to play this particular clip of what happened during that, situation with Juanita Bynum, and then I'm going to come back to Corey Holcomb's commentary.
When people in this building come now, wherever you are, give me an envelope, give me some envelopes. He said 21 people come now, wherever you are. He talking to you in this building. $1,000 ain't nothing. $1,000 ain't nothing in comparison to what God's gonna do. I didn't call for buckets yet, y'all. It ain't nothing. There's plans that you have that ain't going through until you make that sacrifice to the Lord.
So guys, you heard what was said. Let me go ahead and play what Corey Holcomb said, and then we're gonna come back.
Let me tell y'all something, man. She is basically telling you that the Lord wants 21 people in this church to give $1,000. Now, if that is not a Decepticon, what is? Right. She don't know the Lord. Man. She's in full costume, a head full of weed. Yeah. She's walking around there basically saying what this God wants you to do. Right. As if she know him and just left his crib. Yeah. Are you serious? Is this really happening in the world? But she won't be looked at as a Decepticon. She will be looked at as, right. She'll be a good person. Yeah. She said, I didn't call for buckets. Yeah. You know the buckets, that's the dollars you put in there. She said, I don't want the buckets right now. Man. I want 21 stacks. Now, let me tell you something. We got a chat. Do I ever, tell me if I do, please have the courage to tell me. Do I ever tell people what to give?
No.
When they give, I say thank you.
Now, here is the most interesting part. Brother Craig Smith, who's a co-host, had a very touching story about his mother and her female pastor. And I just want to play that clip. And I'm going to come back.
How did church destroy your family?
Because my father and my mother met living a certain lifestyle. My father was a working man, worked a lot. He liked to drink and, party, but he was a good man. But when my mother got saved, she started to think she was better than my father. And she was going to a church where a lot of the women were single. I mean, I'm willing to bet if I had to put a number on, at least 70% of women in church are single mothers. So anyway, as my mother's relationship grew stronger with God, whom is somebody she couldn't see, touch, or feel, my father lost like a grip on his household, I would say. You know what I mean? And that just kind of, I don't know. It just felt like, he was never at church with us. He never, I just felt like it did more harm than good, And one of the things that made me notice, like, man, maybe something is wrong with this whole thing is, I remember the pastor was a female and she had her 50th birthday party and she required that everybody in the church go to her birthday party. Uh-oh. And the tickets to her party was $1,000
Oh,
each.
here we go.
I remember my mother trying to figure out how to come up with the bread. I remember that it was like a 3-month period where, she was saving and trying to figure out how she can get to the party. So
guys, you heard that. And again, we're not trying to say all male pastors or female pastors are the same, but I have also seen this. Pastors in the black community that are trying to take advantage of people. and destroying families when the churches are supposed to bring the families together. I've seen this many times. And in the case of the brother, he talks about it in great detail. He says, listen, man, my mom got saved, and my mom thought she was better than my dad. But then my mom was trying to get $1,000 to pay for a ticket to go to the pastor's birthday party. And you just continuously see people being used. You continuously see people having issues in the church. And, a lot of times, man, it's crazy because, like I said, if somebody want to give you something, let them give it to you. But you're not supposed to just demand for it. Even here on YouTube, have you guys noticed there's like a culture of begging for donations from YouTubers and things like that on the live stream that hit the cash apps and stuff? And it really is off-putting to your subscribers because, even in church, like I said, if you're doing a decent job for you want to do it, people will give what they can, but nobody is obligated to give you money. And I see it even here on YouTube, on TikTok, social media content creators basically just begging, hit the cash app. If you don't hit this cash app, you're not going to get this. And Corey said it the same way, like if you don't hit this cash app, you're not going to get blessed. And content creators, if you don't hit the cash app, you can't talk to me. You can't really email me. You can't have no access if you don't subscribe at this level. Instead of just letting the content speak for itself and the value speak for itself. And if they want to give to you, then they can give to you. But it's never the case. It's never the case. It's always, you got to do this for me. It's always, you need to bless me and then you'll be blessed. As if you have a better relationship with God than somebody else. And people want to give themselves a God complex so they can use people. And what you find out is once they get all that stuff, right? All that money, they still end up broke anyway. You'd have been better off saving that money for yourself. And it's just like damn near like saving your own money and not spending it on women. You're better off saving it yourself, spending it on yourself. Better off every time. At least you can account for it. And again, if somebody wants to give, let them give. But to try to make people feel bad about giving, and try to make people feel like, if they'll give, they're going to be blessed. But if they don't give, they're going to be cursed. And I'm glad he's calling it out because it's actually hella sad, especially for people who losing their families based on these lies. And that's exactly what it is. They are lies. People are just so lazy. They don't want to work and put in no real work. That's why they're doing it. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do, subscribe to the bell. We're out.